It's weird. It says it's connected, and I can see things, but I don't know if it just still says connecting. So I don't know what's going on, which is weird because now we've got a few viewers, but nobody. I don't know exactly what's connected to. I know it's on Periscope. I guess I should go try and take a look and see if it's on Facebook, right? Because, I mean, who knows? I don't. This is the first time, so I'm not doing it out of our studio. So for anyone who's actually watching this right now, I have no fucking clue what's being pushed. I know it's been a lot. Maybe YouTube's the one it's having a problem with, because it looks like it's on Facebook as well. So I guess we'll try a quick move to YouTube to see if that's going. But I just because all I see on my thing is it says connecting. Your stream will start in a moment. So no clue, no fucking clue. But we're gonna go to Breaking Down the Rings YouTube, and it says I'm live. So I don't know what's going on. So whatever, man. Let's see if some chat stuff works. Got the chat. All right, Troy. Troy seeing us on Facebook. I got a connection through the chat worked on me for YouTube. So whatever, man. Let's talk about this. This is fucking huge. Sorry, this is obviously something brand new. This is not how we're normally set up. You know, we are in the studio and things like that. But this is just news that it dropped today. So you kind of have to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You have to talk about Heyman and Bischoff be announced to WWE's head creative team. Finally it says live and it's done. So, so let's talk about it, man. I'm going to read exactly what WWE put in their press release, and then we'll discuss it. So let's go. WWE has named Paul Heyman as executive director of Monday Night Raw and Eric Bischoff as executive director of SmackDown Live. Newly created positions reporting directly to WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon. In their executive roles, Heyman and Bischoff will oversee the creative development of WWE's flagship programming and ensure integration across all platforms and lines of business. The creation of these roles further establishes WWE's ability to continuously reinvent its global brand while providing two distinct creative processes for its flagship shows. With more than 30 years of experience in sports entertainment industry, Heyman served as president of ECW from 1993 to 2001, securing pay-per-view distribution for the company, as well as a national cable television deal with TNN. After his time with ECW, Heyman joined WWE's creative team and is widely credited with helping launch the careers of many current and former WWE superstars. Bischoff is a former WCW president and New York Times best-selling author. During his WCW career, Bischoff oversaw the signing of some of the biggest names in sports entertainment and helped create and develop the NWO storyline. He was also instrumental in securing a television deal for WCW Monday Night Nitro on TNT and WCW Thunder on TBS. After WCW, Bischoff co-founded Bischoff Hervey Entertainment, a production company that launched TV reality shows and mobile games. So, it's 2019, and Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff are running wrestling brands, respectively. Yes, 2019. These aren't going to be television roles, is what they're saying. They're straight up just going to be behind the scenes, right? So because they're behind the scenes, you're not really going to see, or you're not going to see them on television. They are reporting directly to Vince McMahon, and it kind of, I don't know. Troy says, I think it's a step in the right direction, in my opinion. Next, it's time to get the soap opera writers out and get someone who knows what the hell they're doing. Well, the problem is even with this, everyone still has to answer to Vince McMahon. Vinnie Mac is the ultimate situation, the deciding factor to everything. And if Vince is going to say something's dumb, it's going to be dumb no matter if it's coming from Paul, Eric, or one of the soap opera writers, as it was put. It's kind of crazy to me that a lot of people are automatically thinking this is going to change. I mean, it might. I'm not shitting on it, and I'm not praising it. I'm literally right in the middle because there's good sides and bad sides to both of this. The good side is writers aren't talking directly to Vince anymore. So they're no longer going to the person that can be like, you know what, pal, I hate that. You're fired. They're going to Heyman and Bischoff, who can either say no, can say yes, however they want to talk about it. And then Heyman and Bischoff are going to Vince, who probably have a much better rapport with Vince and are a lot more, a lot less scared. You know what I'm saying? They're going into it and they can talk to Vince. They've been talking to Vince for a very long time. These writers and everything now, they're hoping to get an idea passed and something pushed. So with them going directly to Vince, and if you get told no, you start becoming a little bit more timid about what you're going to bring. And you're going to try and, instead of coming up with creative new ideas, go with ideas that you feel Vince will say yes to. And in that instance, you get stuck in the same time warp that you're in right now. The bad thing about this is it's Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff. People who, while in the past have done a great thing in wrestling, it's still in the past. And we're looking for fresh new ideas. So it's kind of funny to me that says, there's the literal line in this goes, the creation of these roles further establishes WWE's ability to continuously reinvent its global brand while providing two distinctive creative processes for its flagship shows. Heyman was already a head writer on SmackDown. Back in the day when the brand split first started and SmackDown exploded and was better than Raw. You know, a lot of people forget that. And that's what all this is. This is all behind the scenes stuff. This is, as far as I'm concerned, none of the, you're not going to get any of the backstage stuff with this. I mean, on-screen stuff with this. Excuse me, I apologize. I'm going to scroll through some tweets, some Twitter, and talk about things that people are saying. You guys, if you have any, whatever your concerns, your comments, as I said, Troy, agreed. I'm not going to say it's not a step in the right direction because anything different is better. Completely, 100%. WWE has had, we talked about it on the show yesterday, 6,000 in attendance for Stomping Grounds. 4,000 to 4,500 of those tickets were paid for. It was a buy one, get one free, or they were giving away them at the mall. Troy also says Vince is out of touch with today's wrestling, so ultimately Vince is part of the problem right now. And agreed. And that's why I don't want to say this is going to be awesome, because Vince is still the one who is the final hurdle to cross between Heyman and Bischoff. Ryan Satin says Vince McMahon, Paul Heyman, and Eric Bischoff are in major positions of power in wrestling. Aladdin and Men in Black are showing in theaters. Pizza Hut is using their OG logo, and Keanu Reeves is adored by everyone again. We've officially re-entered the 90s. And yeah, that's the truth, man. There's a lot of things like this that are being said. The one I really like about this is there's a lot of people going that Corey Graves actually started it when he was like, Conrad is the Illuminati. Hey, it's Conrad. What's up, Conrad? Hoping to be part of StarCast in Chicago. What's up? Breaking down the ring. Love us. Bring us in. We're ready. No. I don't. This is from at T Broomy. I want to fucking see Heyman and Bischoff take WWE to war with AEW. I want to see wrestling become the competitive beast it once was. Forgive me for getting excited, but I can feel it in my bones. Wrestling is on the cusp of something special. And I can't argue that. I don't know if I'm seeing all the comments on this. I'm going to open something in a new tab. And we're going to see if we're going to have it run with other things. Because I don't know if I'm getting all of the comments from the people on Twitter and Periscope. I don't know. So we're going to open that here and hopefully have it on. Nope, there we go. There we go. Yeah? Give it to me. Give it to me! There we go. And it's up. So now I can see, and I got 5 people viewed. So again, hopefully if you guys have been saying stuff on Periscope, it hasn't been popping up. Sometimes it doesn't pop up. But again, I want to know what you guys think about this, about Bischoff and Heyman running Raw and SmackDown. Bischoff on SmackDown, Heyman on Raw. I'm a firm believer that Paul Heyman is really smart. I know that he's a part of the old guard, but Paul Heyman has cut basically the exact same promo for Brock Lesnar for the past 3 years, and each time it feels new. It feels good. It feels different. You know what I'm saying? And that's the deal with this is it's something that you want new. It's something that you need fresh. It's something that has to be in a different way for you to fully understand how things can move forward. You have to break some of the chains of the past. And right now, WWE is in full chain mode. There's a reason that ratings are. There is a reason that attendance is. They're not doing very well. And it shows to the point. But then they're doing things that make other companies get pissed off. Like when they announced that they're going to be broadcasting Evolve's 10th anniversary on the same day that Fight for the Fallen is. And Kenny Omega pops out with well, if you take blood money, I could totally see you cutting into charitable causes. Wow! At the same time, I'm like, but it's free for anyone who's watching it. So if you're on Bleacher Report Live and you're watching Fight for the Fallen, it's free. No one's taking any money away from you with that. I don't know. Maybe they're offering stuff that's special for it. The Evolve thing was in place before Fight for the Fallen was, so just not the network showcase of it. So I don't know. I don't see the correlation in that. But at the same time, it's stuff that's making these other companies that so many people are jumping on, AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan. They're making these people mention WWE, even in a subliminal way. So it's still getting eyes onto a product. I'm at the same time not saying that it's the smartest way when you have people like Seth Rollins, who is kind of like the head of your company, who's just shitting all over people like it doesn't matter, and taking things a little bit further, I guess you could say, because, all Ospreay did say was, I'm alive, and it became a major issue, So there's at CM Pulse 3, finally, I'm so happy that WWE signed Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman. I loved ECW with Bobby Lashley and Johnny Nitro, ECW. I hope they write WWE better with more six-man tag teams and storylines with no belts, TV 14 attitude. Okay, it's not wrong. It's 100% a troll, but that's what they were, and that's what they did, and that's how. Remember, look, man, WCW and ECW killed themselves. Everyone can say WWE did that, but Heyman has vehemently stated that not being able to pay your wrestlers and not getting across all these other contracts and things. When you don't pay your wrestlers are going to go somewhere where they get paid, even with the help of Vince McMahon's money. WCW, bringing in Russo and everything like that, and putting on storylines that no one was really a part of, and pulling Bischoff out of that role that was spearheading greatness just because they started losing the ratings again, that ultimately, and then of course the network getting involved, and the network wanting this and not allowing their ideas to flourish, because this is what the network wants on the network's time, and this is the network's money, and so on and so forth, because it wasn't just Ted Turner anymore. So then things started to go to shit for WCW as well. Let's see. No. This one from @HeelWill Mahoney. Paul Heyman directing Raw. Eric Bischoff directing SD Live. Bruce Pritchard back in WWE fold, and they all report to Vinnie Mac. My biggest concern is a whole lot of old white men are being put in charge of things in 2019. Can you argue that, man? Can you argue it? Troy goes, NXT has been the shining light in WWE. I can watch TakeOver or NXT and I'm excited, but Raw and SmackDown is so hard to watch. I've been a wrestling fan for 36 years. WWE is better than this right now, period. And yeah, I can't argue that. The situation on Raw and SmackDown is wonderful, is horrible compared to what you have going on in NXT. And Triple H is running NXT. And look, if you're not watching 205 Live, I highly suggest watching 205 Live, because they're doing a lot of good things with 205 Live as well, since Triple H took it over. let's see. We'll go to a couple more tweets. But again, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them in the comments, and I'll read it as they're coming up. Because obviously, this shows. I want to know what you guys think about Heyman and Bischoff taking over. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think that it could be better for WWE and AEW and Ring of Honor and New Japan? Or do you think that this is just another small nail in WWE's coffin and they need to get out of the way of the past? Let's see. You want my take on Paul Heyman? This is from I guess a lot of people don't like this guy. I don't know why. At JD from NY206. I got what was it? Compared to him, the photo that we posted. You want my take on Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff becoming executive directors for both Raw and SmackDown? Let them do what the fuck they need to do and get the fuck out of their way. This is the best news ever if you let them fix the fucking shows the way they need to. There's another one from Mr. Jacob Cohen. Relevant age information about WWE creative decision makers. Vince, 73 years old. Eric Bischoff, 64 years old. Paul Heyman, 53 years old. Triple H, 49 years old. We're not saying that these are young chickens, folks, ladies and gentlemen. At Awesome Fanatic states, I have so many thoughts on this Heyman and Bischoff news. First off, the McMahons went and got the two most successful people not named Vince to come run the show. My feeling is neither guy would take these gigs unless they get real power of these shows. Not a bad opinion. Do you think that Paul and Eric would have taken this if they had, not any type of actual power with this? I mean, Paul's been all over WWE television lately. Obviously, Eric is not. But it's weird, man. This is a weird thing that I hope does great for this. I really do. I hope it does good for the WWE. Because, in all honesty, if this is going to just kill wrestling or kill the WWE, all that's doing, it's not going to do much good for AEW either. It's not going to do much good for the wrestling business as a whole because you need alternatives and you need competition. Because if somebody starts getting complacent, then that's where things start declining. And I just hope it doesn't hurt anything other than for this, for them, for all of it. So, that's about it, guys. I'm hoping that this is done for the best. I do agree that it might not because Heyman and Bischoff could be of an old guard, but Triple H respects old school wrestling as well, and he's been doing really well, and he's not that much younger than Heyman, 4 years. So I don't know, man. You guys tune in to us every week, Wednesday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you follow our Facebook page, our Twitter page, at BDRcast, youtube.com/Breaking Down the Ring. And if you go to ProWrestlingTees.com/BDRcast, you can get one of our shirts. Appreciate it, guys. And, I'm out.